the depths of my mind, a demonic cackle. Joker's grin, mocking me, ready for battle. Chasing reality.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and we're back with another episode of Magic the Gathering. Today we're going to be playing some Historic. I just built a new Historic deck because I really like some of the cards in Modern Horizons 3, and it's really the only format that I would be able to play this deck in right now, other than maybe Commander or Brawl or whatever it's called on here. And I don't really particularly have any decks built out for that format yet. But these cards in particular are ones that I was wanting to play. So these cards do very well in Historic, and it's not too expensive to build out the deck either. So let's go into the deck. It's basically red-white, Boros, just like White Weenie, I guess you could say. It's just a bunch of small creatures and a burn deck, basically. Yeah, so it's pretty fun, and there's a lot of cool things that we could do with this deck, like create a lot of tokens. By turn 4, I think the biggest board state I ever had was 15 creatures because of Ocelot's Pride. So this is pretty much one of the best cards in the deck, Ocelot's Pride. It's a 1/1 first strike lifelink with Ascend. So basically at the beginning of our end step, if we gain life, we get to create a 1/1 cat creature. And then if we have the city's blessing, which means we just have 10 permanents or more, we get the city's blessing. We create a token that's a copy of it whenever it enters the battlefield. So yeah, it's going to be pretty nasty, especially if we get multiple Ocelot's Prides on the battlefield with the Guide of Souls. That's where things can start to get out of hand. Guide of Souls got to be one of the best cards that I've ever seen for a 1-drop. 1 mana, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and get an energy counter. Whenever you attack, you can pay 3 energy counters, and if you do, you put 2+1/+1 counters and flying counter on target attacking creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types, and it's a 1/2, which is crazy with all those other abilities for 1 mana, so we have that as a 4 of. Just as a 1 of, I threw in a Jolted Awake. This can target pretty much anything in our graveyard, bring it back for 1 mana. It basically acts as a reanimate in this deck. So it's really nice as a 1 of, and it also has cycling too. And then I would have 4 Ocelot's Pride, but instead I have 1 Novice Inspector right now. I just didn't have the 4 Ocelot's Pride, so I can only run 3. Needed a little bit of extra removal, especially for the turn 1 combo decks. So we run 2 copies of Path to Exile. Not as good as Swords to Plowshares, but it does get the job done in a pinch. 1 mana, exile target creature, and then they can search their library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. And we got Collateral Damage. Not a lot of people are running my version of this deck. But I think this is a pretty cool version of the deck, to be honest with you. This is a 1 mana red spell. As an instant, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Collateral Damage deals 3 damage to any target. So this is a way that we can deal damage to the face, but we can also flip Ajani by using this ability. Yeah, especially if our opponent isn't expecting it, they might be tapped out. We can play Ajani and then collateral damage the White Cat Warrior token and then flip Ajani right on the spot and also probably kill one of their creatures or deal 3 damage to the face. It's pretty cool. You know, if you guys don't know Ajani Nakatl Pariah, really cool 2-drop. So it's a 1/2 Cat Warrior. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you create a 2/1 Cat Warrior token. And whenever 1 or more cats you control die, you may exile Ajani and then return to the battlefield as a Planeswalker. So he's a red and white Planeswalker with 3 loyalty counters. +2, put a +1/+1 counter on each cat you control. For 0, you can create a cat warrior token, and when you do, you get, if you control a red permanent other than Ajani, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to any target. And then -4, each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control, and then sacrifice the rest. Really, really solid planeswalker here in Ajani. And we have the 4 Galvanic Discharge. This can trigger Guide of Souls. This can pretty much spiral out of control if I get 2 Galvanic Discharge in the same game. But it's basically an instant, 1 red, you get 3 energy counters, and then you can pay any amount of energy. And then Galvanic Discharge deals that much damage to that permanent. So it's a really nice 1 mana burn spell. And then Dedicated Dollmaker is a 1-of. I'm just testing this out. So when it enters the battlefield, you can exile 1 target non-land, non-token permanent. Its controller creates a token that's a copy of it, except it's not legendary, and it's an artifact in addition to its other types. I'm not sure why we would really want this. I guess we could target the Ocelot's Pride. You make the tokens indestructible. We can, I guess, target Ajani with it, but honestly, I haven't been super impressed with Dedicated Dollmaker to this point. But she can give the tokens indestructible, so if we happen to have a lot of tokens on the battlefield, she can just come in and just guarantee that they're not dying to a mass removal spell. Amped Raptor, one of the best creatures for this deck. It's basically a Cascade Raptor for 2 mana, 2/1, first strike, and when it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy, and then if you cast it from your hand, you get to exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by paying an amount of energy equal to its mana cost, rather than actually paying its mana cost. So that, you know, can hit an Ajani. So we can go like turn 1, Ocelot Pride or Guide of Souls, turn 2, Amped Raptor, and Ajani. Like, it's just pretty crazy. Or, you know, go into one of our Lightning Strikes or our Lightning Helixes. And then we have Baird, a Gavarian Recruiter. So he's a legendary creature, a 2/2, and a red permanent, so works well with Ajani. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power greater than its base power, create a 1/1 white soldier token. So this is one of the good synergies that we can actually plus Ajani in certain situations, and then just keep creating more tokens from Baird as well. And then we have 1 copy of Imidane's Recruiter, so we can cast the sorcery for 5 mana and create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance, or we can just bring them in and give all our creatures +1/+0 and haste until end of turn for 3 mana. Is pretty good. 1 copy of Brass Forge, so at the beginning of combat on your turn, you create an X1 red Phyrexian Horror creature token with trample and haste. This can also be the red permanent you need for Ajani, and you must attack with it. Actually, you don't have to attack with it, but this can get pretty big very fast, and we would probably want to be attacking with it most of the time because we have to sacrifice the token at the end of the end step. And then Enam Pakal is 1-of. Again, I'm running a very different version than I've seen a lot of people run. I think Enam Pakal is pretty good in this deck. It comes in, it's a red permanent, so it helps Ajani's 0 ability, but it's also a very good creature. So whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, you put a +1/+1 counter on an Enam Pakal, and then you create X 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on an Enam Pakal. So if an Enam Pakal has 3 +1/+1 counters on it, you create 3 tapped and attacking 1/1 gnome creatures, for example. So it's really nice for a finisher. And then we have the double-sided lands there. We got the Witch Enchanters, really the only one that I felt had any value in this deck. Witch Enchanter, you can have it enter the battlefield untapped as a white mana if you pay 3 life. And then you can also pay 4. It comes in as a 2/2 and destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Yeah, so I just wanted a bunch of untapped lands for this deck, so we went ahead with Sacred Foundries, Inspiring Vantages, Battlefield Forges to ensure that all of our opening hand lands come in untapped. So yeah, in total we have, I think, 20 lands. 19 lands, and our average cost is 1.7, so we could probably even make it 18 lands, but I find that 19 lands is enough to run this deck. And in the sideboard, we like doing best of 3. This can do best of 1 or best of 3. For the mirror match and a lot of the Eldrazi matchups, we can bring in End the Festivities, deal 1 damage to all creatures your opponents control, and then the Get Lost, destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Just a good general utility card. We have that as a one of. High Noon for the combo decks, and also hitting. There are some creatures in the format that we need to deal 5 damage to from time to time, so it can help out in those matchups as well. And then we brought in 3 Thraben Charms, so it's a nice little instant from the new set. Deals damage twice the number of creatures you control to target creature, or destroy target enchantment, or exile any number of target players' graveyards. 1 copy of Felden Ronom Excavator, so it has haste, and it can't block, but whenever it is dealt damage, exile that many cards from the top of your library, choose one of them until the end of next turn, you may play that card. And this is a card, this is some nice tech here that I found to work very well, especially in the mono-colored decks. Ghostfire Slice. So it's a 1 mana instant, deal 4 damage to any target if your opponent controls a multicolored permanent. If they don't control a multicolored permanent, it is a 3 mana, 4 damage to any target. So we can bring this in if we want to go with the burn strat, or if they're running multicolored permanents, we can just swap out the lightning strikes with the Ghostfire Slice. 1 more Witch Enchanter in the sideboard, and then double Wrath of the Skies again for the mirror match, or just some random aggro decks that, you know, create a lot of tokens or something like that. We can deal with them that way. Alright, let's go play some Historic. I don't really know the format that well. I've only played Historic for maybe a week now, but I've been having some fun with it. We've been winning some games. I'll probably lose all the games just because I turned on the camera, but... It's a nice starting hand. I go first. I mean, that's pretty much the nuts. So, my opponent has no interaction. We just win. Oh well. Opponent plays an island and passes the turn. I'm presuming he may have a counter spell. So, yeah, let's attack. He does have something. Let's see here. Hopefully he doesn't have like a 1 mana counter spell, but I can't really worry too much about that. Probably does, but even still.
It's not perfect. We have peace.
Okay, so we'll play an Ajani, create a token. Pretty good turn 2. Not our best turn 2. It's pretty decent though against this deck. Whatever he is running. We do have 2 burn spells in hand as well, so that's really nice. So let's go ahead here and attack. And do we have the City's Blessing if we play this land in Novice Inspector? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we will next turn. Let's see here. Do I want to kill my own Ajani is the question. Probably not. Probably not. Let's go in here and just do this. A3 life. I think I'll just have it enter tapped. Do I want to play the Novice Inspector? No, I think we'll just end the turn. Hold up Bolt mana. Maybe we'll have the City's Blessing next turn. I probably should have played that. He's going to play a Flage. Alright. Cool. He's going to target my Ajani, so in response, I'm going to Lightning Strike one of my cats. We'll flip Ajani. It was a really stupid play on my opponent's part. I have no clue what he was thinking. Alright, let's see here. Opponent could have a board wipe next turn.
To me!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. There's the City's Blessing. Okay. One ring. And I'll draw a card. Ocelot Pride copied the clue token, he copied the cat token, and he copied the cat token. So that's really nice. Oh, this could be good. Let's play this. Dedicated Doll Maker. And I can target something. I guess I'll target this. And I'll play that. And I will do this. And I will pass the turn. Presenting lethal on the board. I'll just hold up indestructible mana. What do you got, opponent? Another one ring. Okay. Well, now you can't draw with your one ring. So that's good, I guess. Alright, let's see here. Do we want to draw a card with the clue? Back a clue, draw a card.
Our souls burn as one!
Yes, they do. You're right. Other path to exile. Alright. What do you got, opponent? Sure, draw a card. Play another one ring and lose the game. Alright, so we took game one against what seems to be a blue-white control deck. I guess we could bring this in to destroy the one ring. Herbrass Forge might be okay against this deck. Dollmaker's probably decent. Collateral Damage is probably okay. Path to Exile, maybe we want to take that out. Didn't see any creatures, and just put in maybe a get lost. Target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Maybe a couple of Thraben charms would be good against this guy. Is he going to run multicolored permanents? Probably, so he might take out the lightning strikes and add in Ghostfire Slice. Yeah, that's probably better. I was running a Flage, but I don't think Flage is honestly that good in this deck. I noticed a lot of people are running Flage though, so... We're not going to draw any lands for the rest of the game, right? Alright, we'll play a land, play an Ocelot Pride, pass the turn. I'd rather play Ocelot Pride first than Guide of Souls, because start creating tokens right away is nice. What's this one? Opponent plays a Strict Protector. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless this controller pays 2. Okay. So I'll play the advantage. I'll play the Galvanic Discharge. Oops. My mouse is like bugging on me. Play the Guide of Souls. And we're off to the races. Strict Protector? Sure. Right, so I'll play my land. I'm going to play the Novice Inspector. I'm not going to pay the 2. I should have... Yeah, I don't care. I'm not paying the 2. Okay, why is it triggering a second time? I'm not paying the 2. Oh, that. Yes, that. Okay, yes. I see now. Alright. This is what I wanted to do, is kill this and sack this. Does my opponent have a board wipe? This deck does not do well against board wipes. The nice part is, not a whole lot of board wipes in the format. Most decks are... He's casting Null Drifter for 1. Oh, he has a Lotus Field. Consigned to memory, replicate, counter triggered ability, so his Null Drifter stays on the battlefield. Okay. And we'll try to kill it. And that's an example of where Ghostfire Slice is just really effective. A little bit of a slow start, but our opponent did a good job stalling us. Sure. Well, probably gonna see a board wipe next turn. But why wouldn't he play it this turn if he had it? Like, I don't understand. We don't have the city's blessing. We are one off the city's blessing. But that's okay. Cannot attack our opponent. He has protection from everything until his next turn, so... Lorian revealed. Okay, that's not quite gonna help you. He does have the Lotus Field still, so he has 4 mana untapped. Another One Ring, okay. Cool. Opponent must have found a board wipe by now or something that can deal with this board. Yeah, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. That is not going to do it. Do you pay the 2? He does not pay the 2. Okay, I see how that works now. Do you have another One Ring? Wrath of the Skies, okay. X1. Sure. I think I'll kill this Null Drifter here. That'll get countered. Doesn't get countered. Okay. This is looking like a game 3. I've ever seen one. Opponent has 7 cards in hand. Yep, we're going to game 3. Alright. Let's see here. Path, I don't want to give my opponent lands. But I think we definitely really want to kill those One Rings. Probably just take this and take out the Jolted Awake. High Noon's probably decent as well. Might just go for the burn strat against this guy, honestly. Take out the Novice Inspector. Just go for the straight burn strat. Take this out. Take one of these out. Take one of these out. And take a discharge out, I guess. No, we can't keep that. I can't keep that either. Oh my. Such a meme. Can't keep that either. Can't keep that. Okay, we can keep that. So throw that away. Throw that away. Throw that away. Actually, we'll throw that away. Keep this. And throw that away. There we go.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That'll probably do it for this game. Mulling down to 3. It hits, Ghostfire hits Sun Cleanser as well, which a lot of people are running main deck right now. So. Yeah. I don't know. I might run Ghostfire Slice main deck if it continues. Mull to 5, draw 7 lands is kind of fucking annoying when all I have is 18 lands in my deck. I think the chances of that is like 1 in 2,000. So we lost game 1 because of a fluke. I mean, we lost round 1, whatever you want to call it, because of we just didn't draw land there in that third game. Had to mulligan a couple of times and then drew all land on the mulligan to 5, which is crazy. All land. I've never in the history of Magic, in all my years playing, I've drawn 6 lands many times, but I've never drawn all 7 just lands. That's pretty retarded. Holy fuck. And then we just sit in the queue for 2 minutes waiting for our next match just to rub salt in the wound. The best way to forget about a bad match is just to get into your next match right away. Quickly forget about that. Just pretend like it never happened. Opponent goes first. I think we'll keep that. Ajani, Collateral, Helix, Recruiter. Opponent's playing blue-green. Okay. Fine. Enters tapped. Opponent's playing nothing. We're gonna play Ajani. Opponent's gonna flash in a Brine-born Cutthroat. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Brine-born Cutthroat. Okay. Not an issue. Alright, let's see here. Go to combat. We'll attack in with the cat token. And let's try to flip Ajani. The nice thing is that, well, our cat's gone now, but we're still gonna flip Ajani. And 3 damage on the stack.
Bloody my axe.
Make a cat. Opponent just doesn't have any burn in his hand, so I'm not gonna plus Ajani right now. And opponent just concedes. I think I just kept the same deck. Oh, wait. Did our opponent actually just quit the game? Am I missing something? I think our... something happened. I don't know. We're supposed to go to game 2. But now it just says waiting for server. I think our opponent just like rage quit, man. That's weird. Our opponent just turned off the app. Try and read this guy's name. 3D Wharves in a trench coat. Okay. A little slow, but I guess we'll keep that. Looks like we're up against blue-white again. Blue-white-red. Okay. Interesting. Amped Raptor? Tune the narrative. Okay. Into a collateral damage. I'll decline to cast that and keep my 2 energy. That's one of the whiffs. Expressive iteration. Sure. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12 damage in our hand. That's pretty good. We only have to do 8. Drew into a galvanic discharge. Okay. It's fine, I guess. Opponent's on a clock. Got another 2 in the narrative? Yes, he does. Alright, in response, I would like to lightning strike you. Only need to do 6 more damage before we present lethal. May have to use a burn spell on one of his creatures here. Let's go Recruiter, I guess. Well, he has 4 untapped mana. He probably wants to do some sort of trickery. Let's just go in for the 2 here and hold up 4. He's probably gonna flash something in. Oh, he's gonna do that. Okay. Sure. We'll just keep Bimidane's Recruiter in our hand for now. I'll lightning strike you in response. Yeah, lightning strike you in response. Sure. Probably should have saw that coming. At least now we can play Imidane's Recruiter. Unfettered. Opponent plays a tapped land, Hall of Storm Giants. Tap 6 until end of turn. It becomes a 7/7 with Ward 3. Sure. Okay. So I will train troops. It's pretty good. Get a free train troops there. Next turn we can swing in for lethal. Or not. All I need to draw is a creature. Any creature. Any creature, and I can play it with Imidane. That's a Teferi.
Right on schedule.
Sure.
Hold that thought.
Deal damage to you, and I will deal 5 to Teferi. I cannot pay for the Spell Pierce, but that's okay.
How long do you want to wait for?
Oh, maybe I could have. Yeah, I could have. Any creature. That'll do. I'll make my opponent deal with that. I'm gonna play this now. Is that lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not lethal. Not gonna play it. Cameo. Okay,
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
play that. Okay. Now I'll play this. Sure. Alright, I'll attack. I mean, we've drawn all the lands and all the burn spells, so a raptor would be nice right now. Come on. Pretend like I just drew a burn spell or something. He's blocking. Okay. And we'll move to game 3. Or game 2? Game 2. Alright, let's see here. Don't want the paths. Take those out. Get lost might be helpful here. Ghost Fire Slice is good. Jolted Awake is decent. The 3-cost stuff kind of gets a little out of hand, though. Take one of those out. Take one of those out. Here we go. Belden might even be decent here. That'll do. Everyone's playing Galvanic Discharge. Is the best card in the format right now, pretty much. And a Novice Inspector, gain a life, get an energy, get a clue, and attack. Opponent playing red, blue, white. Sure. So we'll play the Doll Maker. Post-combat. I'm not going to play anything right now. Opponent's got counter spells and stuff like that. Yeah, collateral damage. No energy for you. Whatever. So we've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage on the board. Okay. Got 11 damage in our hand. I will attack for 2. Hold up Ghostfire Slice. Sure.
Sorry.
Draw a card at the beginning of next end step on tap. Okay, let's see here. What else does Teferi do? Put target non-land permanent on top of its own. Okay. Interesting. Let's see here. So 2 down to 12, and then yeah, this is fine. We're just gonna go for his face. Actually, cancel that. Lightning Strike.
No time for a break.
Put him down to 2. And then if I can draw another burn spell, he's just dead. Okay, so we'll get him to counter this. Unless... Okay. Opponent's countering the spell. It's fine. Burn your face again. And now I have enough damage lethal with Barbarian Ring. It's pretty disrespectful that I don't even care about your Teferi, isn't it? Do we have enough to activate, though? Yes, we do. 1 ring. Flage.
Let's skip to the good part.
It doesn't have enough in the graveyard for a Flage. Oh, so we have 2 damage of uncounterable magic on our board here. Do you have Gain of Life? I don't think our opponent notices our Barbarian Ring. No, he definitely doesn't. That doesn't help you, bro. Maybe he sees it and is just hoping we forget. To activate Barbarian Ring, you have to have 7 cards in your graveyard. So he should have exiled my graveyard there. Alright, so 2 damage to the face. Barbarian Ring's so good. I should bring in the Get Lost. But yeah, see, Ghostfire Slice just killed him. I think we drew 3 Ghostfire Slices that game. Love Ghostfire Slice. Can I have another slice, please? Opponent's on the play. It's going to be a lot different story. He's mulliganing. Opponent didn't even take the time to put sleeves on his cards for some reason. I just got these new sleeves here from the Psychic Frog event. Pretty cool. Neat little things. Ocelot Pride, turn 1. Do you have a play? Counter? Doing the narrative, okay. Opponent has mulliganed to what looks like 5. Well, the Tune the Narrative and the Chrome Coast, I guess he had 6. Cameo. Don't care about that, opponent. Do you have a land?
I stayed up too late reading.
He has a tap land, and it taps for red mana. Okay, that's not a good sign. Alright, so let's do this. And do I want to just kill the Tamiyo right now? Or put the pressure on with the dedicated doll maker? Kind of forces him to have removal. And if he can just flip Tamiyo, that'd be pretty annoying, wouldn't it? Return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand until your next turn. Whenever a creature attacks, gets -1/-0 until end of turn. So many decisions. I can't really activate dedicated doll maker yet. So I think I'll just kill Tamiyo. Dollmaker isn't really that good in this matchup. Let's see here. Well, let's go in for the attack. Alright. I'll play this dedicated doll maker. I should play it next turn. I should play it next turn. At least that way I'd actually have the mana to make the indestructible tokens, right? And collateral damage as well, in case he wants to kill my Ocelot Pride in the process of this whole shenanigans. Supreme Verdict. Destroy all creatures. The spell can't be countered. Okay. Oh, that's a nice draw. Our Brass Forge works very well here. He hasn't even seen anything like that yet, so it's probably not going to get killed. Yes, very nice. You just thought we were all creatures. You didn't think we had any enchantments or artifacts, did you? Did you? Play a Guide of Souls. He's gonna Galvanic Discharge? Sure. Sure. Attack you with it. And pass the turn. Opponent has nothing. Alright. Cool. Ooh, that's a good one. Jolted Awake. Bring back Ocelot Pride. Or bring back Guide of Souls. I think we bring back Ocelot Pride. We're getting pretty close to the Blessing of the City. He's gonna Ether Spike that. Are you gonna use all your energy to counter that? Really? Wow. That's insane. Get in there, Forge. We only gotta do 4 more damage and he's just dead. Pass the turn. Don't you dare play a Tezzeret. Don't you dare play a Tezzeret. Go to combat. Forge for the win. That was a really good draw. I can't even tell you how good of a draw that was. The opponent's pretty much soft locked right now. He can't play anything big. He knows I've got Burn in my deck, and he just went for it and just lost the game. Don't even have to pay 1, you're just dead. Nice try. Not even gonna give him a chance. I guess he could have had a 0 mana counter target spell, but that's just still loses the game anyways. I'm a big fan of Ghostfire Slice. The spell is also devoid. I'm not sure if that has any interaction or... But, I mean, if somebody, like, had protection from colored spells or something, it would be relevant. Probably would add in a couple of copies of maybe your Brass Forge, the side deck, for control matchups like that. They just don't have enough in their repertoire to deal with it if they're not expecting it. That's a terrible hand. What the fuck is this? What in God's green earth is this BS, man? We gotta draw a land, bro. 1 land, we can do that, right? Like, if I had a 1-drop, I could exile it, and then I could search for a land, but anyway. That's neither here nor there. I'm gonna play it untapped because we do have the Galvanic in our hand. And we don't draw land. That's unfortunate. We're playing against blue-white control again. Why is everybody playing blue-white control right now, man? Play out the Raptor here. Actually, that's... Maybe I'll just get an Ajani countered. Counter my Ajani. Or not.
Fight beside me, brother.
Get lost. I'll get 2 maps. Sure. Barbarian Ring. And I'll play out another Ajani.
What a beautiful day, brother.
Alright, I'm gonna kill my cat. I'm gonna attack first. And then I'm gonna kill my cat. Now, kill this cat here. This is very risky. Let's see. Is he running red? Yes, he is. Okay. Put a +1 counter on each cat I control and get out of galvanic discharge range. So he needs an actual, like, get lost or something like that. Alright, let's go ahead here and play an Amped Raptor. Cascade. Into Amped Raptor, sure. That's good. And well, plus Ajani again. Just really getting him out of bolt range and stuff here. And I'm just gonna hold what I got in my hand for later. And I will end a turn. I'm not gonna explore yet. Create a treasure token, sure. If he activates the anchorage, I can kill it. He's really focusing on this Ajani right now, which is awesome. Which means he probably doesn't have a board wipe. Probably would have played it by now. Wrath of the Skies takes care of our board, but it doesn't take care of Ajani. 2 Galvanic Discharges does not take care of Ajani. Nothing takes care of Ajani at this point other than a targeted removal. Opponent's thinking. What can I do with 4 mana that's going to be relevant here? If he had a board wipe, he probably would have played it already. Opponent's tanking really hard here. He does have a Hallstorm Giants, but he doesn't have the mana to activate it. He is timed out. My turn. Oh, it's a good draw. I think I'll do this. 0 Ajani. Create a cat and deal 4 damage to the face. And we'll explore. Targeting Raptor. To land. Okay, well then I'll explore again. Opponent. Explore on the stack. Another land. We are exploring. Yay! Alright, let's see here. Play out an Ocelot ride. That gives us the blessing of the city. And we go to attack. Opponent's still looking at Ajani. Going to attack for 8 here. Unfortunately, our explorers didn't hit. I mean, they kind of did, but we don't really need lands at this point. We can survive off the lands that we already had. Opponent at 2. And since we have the city's blessing, we get to create another cat at the end of turn. Opponent's creating a treasure token. Oh, I guess we don't. Huh. I thought I... Did I forget to use Ajani? Don't tell me I just forgot to use Ajani. Alright, let's see here. Kill the Ocelot. Kill the Raptor. Kill the Raptor. That way I can potentially bring him back. That'll win the game. Belden's probably good in this matchup. Again, probably taking out the Path to Exiles. I mean, he does have the man lands, so I mean, that's kind of a problem, but we are going to bring in the Ghostfire Slices, which deal with them anyways. Novice Inspector could come out. One Galvanic Discharge can come out. And well, I guess we'll take out one Lightning Strike. Anything else? Get Lost is probably good here. I don't know, man. Take out one Baird and put in Get Lost, I guess. I think we can probably chalk this game here. I'm gonna mulligan that. Wow, exact same shit. We'll keep that, I guess. Keep that and throw away this. And just hope to draw a white source. If not, we do have the Raptor we can play on turn 2. But we drew the white source. Well, it's pretty much like we did mulligan then. Another white source. And an Amped Raptor. Probably get that countered. No. And a Cascade into an Ocelot Pride. Sure. I'll attack the Ocelot Pride. Create 2 cats. Wow, opponent. Creates a treasure token. Has 4 mana. Opponent. Board wipe. You really need a board wipe or you just lose. 1 removal spell's not going to do it for you here. You need a Day of Judgment. There you go. We have 7 damage in our hands, so just need to find a way to deal another 10. Opponent's stuck on 3 lands. There's another 4 damage, so we just need to find a way to deal 3 more damage. 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 damage. Or 6. 6 damage. Got so much burn in our deck. That's a Teferi. We're gonna have to kill that.
Let's slow this down. Do you want me to phase you out of time? Hold that thought.
What's going on with these lands, man?
Fight beside me, brother.
One of your spells has to be a removal, I'm guessing. No? Brotherhoods. He probably sideboard 4 Brotherhood's End. That's fine. I probably could have kept that and then tried to wait for a burn spell. We are just drawing all in, man. Stupid. Okay, we found another 4 damage there. We'll hold on to that for now. Torrential Gearhulk. Okay. I mean, that'll do it. I'm not gonna waste any more time on that game. Knowing that he'll probably bring in the Witch Enchanter. And the Lightning Strike. Dollmaker would be fine here. What can I cut, though? Cut a Plains. I might just cut a Plains and a Mountain, honestly. This deck is nice and flexible. All we need is 2 lands in our opening hand, and we're good, man, for like the first 3 turns. So, that'll do. Opponent mulliganed. We probably could have mulliganed, but I'm not worried about it a whole lot. A land here on turn 2 would be sweet. There we go. Please be a creature, jolted awake, whatever. We'll get some energy. This is going to be a pretty fast start for a mulligan. Alright, cool. Alright, so what we'll do here to avoid Brotherhood's End is I'm going to cast this guy to Souls. I'm going to explore with the Amped Raptor. My god, man. Explore again. Can we stop drawing land, please? There we go. And attack with everything. I'll pay the 3 energy. Make it a 5/4. Boom. Brotherhood's End doesn't do shit against us now. Alright, play the Foundry. Pay the 2 life. I don't care about my life total. Play the Ocelot Pride. Get an energy. Galvanic Discharge, targeting this. Pay 0. Test of Talents. Counter target instant or sorcery spell. Why would you do that? Alright, well, you're still dead anyways. And I'll throw a creature at your face. Okay. Before he untaps. So this deck does do well against blue-white control when we draw the correct land. I think that's a weird, because like honestly, I think this whole video is just playing against blue-white control. So weird, because usually we would get to see some other different decks, some combo decks, some mirror matches. But today it was just all blue-white control, man. And that's probably why the 3 matches took so long, because usually our games are over within like 5 minutes, but not against blue-white control. They just gotta stall out as long as they possibly can. I might try one more here. Try not to give us a blue-white control matchup. Just one time, dude. Come on. What the hell is this? Lightning Helix. Oh my dear god, man. This is so bad. Lanes.
Oh my god!
Triple Lightning Helix, eh? We don't have activated abilities. Sorry, sir. Opponent still technically doesn't know what we're playing. I don't even know what we're playing if I was to look at the starting hand. He named Chandra. Alright, and we just drew in, so we got 12 damage in our hand. Just in our hand. Surgical extraction would be kind of annoying right now. Borrowed time. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay, whatever. Big deal. This is even better. Ajani. Create a cat. Opponent.
Today.
Mutavault. And 9 lives. Okay, so he's doing the 9 live. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counters on 9 lives. Sure. Pithing Needle. Okay. That's... yeah, okay. Whatever. Okay, so he's just named our Planeswalker. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Sure. So, this is going to be good. The first strike is going to be good, because they're going to deal damage, and then we're going to deal damage again, so... yeah, it'll put... players can't get counters. Whatever, dude. Don't care. Oh, counters can't... okay, yeah, I see what he's doing. Okay. So, Thraben Charm's gonna be great here. Witch Enchanter is gonna be good. Get Lost is gonna be great. And then we'll just take out the planes. Probably don't need the Animpa Call for this matchup. Probably don't need the dedicated Doll Maker. A Lightning... the Path to Exiles... probably could cut those as well. Maybe you want to keep one in, just in case he plays like an Angel or something. But yeah, that's really it. Control meta. Hand's a little bit better than last time. Opponent's mulliganing. I guess I should have mulliganed to a Thraben Charm, shouldn't I have? We have 8 enchantment destruction cards in our deck now, so we have a lot better of a chance for the second match, I would say. Imidane's Recruiter is nice. Take 5. If he plays a 9 lives here... okay, well that's not a 9 lives. We're okay with that. Alright, so we will do this. We will do this. We'll zero this. Deal 3 to your face. And attack. Opponent. Did you draw 9 lives? Portable hole. Okay, that's a portable hole.
I need time to heal.
Vanishing Light. Sure. All these cards we don't really care about. His opponent's just dead. opponent. Nine lives would be filthy right now. Any sort of fog effect would be filthy right now. Sure. Opponent. Taking the beats. Alright, game 3. So he does have creatures. We do have a lot of burn though, I mean... I'm almost tempted to just put in a Path to Exile. And take out the Jolted Awake. So we can win without Thraben Charm. Would be nice just to have it in our hand. There's a Witch Enchanter. Probably have to play that as a land. I'll keep that. Hope that we just draw a land. I'll probably just hold on to that, honestly. Really not wanting to play the Witch Enchanter as a land right now. And we're just drawing land. There we go. That works. Hit you for 1. 1 more land and we can have a Witch Enchanter. Which is really nice. Don't care about that. Doesn't say you can't make tokens, so... Don't care about that. Lightning Helix. There we go. Oh my god, it was just perfect. We just threw 4 lands in a row. Now we can play our Witch Enchanter on the 9 lives if he plays it. Or I guess it would be played on the Solemnity, wouldn't it? It would be played on the Solemnity, because the Solemnity is what prevents his 9 lives from getting counters. So... Yep. Alright. So we'll Helix you to the face. Collateral damage you to the face. Yeah, this has hexproof. Really annoying. Alright. Play a Witch Enchanter. Bye-bye Witch. Bye-bye Solemnity. And now if he has another Solemnity, we can kill that too. If he gets 9 counters on this, he loses the game, so... Ooh. Oh, I like that. Okay, so what we'll do here is we will get lost the borrowed time. Kill that. Get back our Witch Enchanter. Kill the seal away. And get back our Ocelot Pride. And attack. Opponent is on like a 2-turn clock now. Opponent's like, damn. Cast Guide of Souls. swing. Opponent will activate Mutavault. We'll kill that. Solemnity? Nope. Alright, so we will go to combat. Attack with everything. That'll put him at 8 counters on the 9 lives. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Its controller creates a 4/4 angel with flying. Okay. Seven 9 lives counters. Eight 9 lives counters. Any burn spell before he finds a Solemnity wins this game. There we go. Why is everybody playing control decks in a Boros meta? I don't understand it. Like, control decks do not do well against. This is one of the very few aggro decks that does very well against control because of all the burn we have and all of the access we have to killing artifacts and enchantments. Like, control decks just, and planeswalkers, control decks just do not do well against our deck. So there's our deck, guys. Guiding Cats, I call it. I like to call it Guiding Cats, is the title of the deck. There's the list. If you guys want, you can just copy it and put it in your, and go try that out, man. It's a lot of fun. I have fun playing it. And yeah, I love Historic. This is because most of our cards here are like standard cards. Well, I shouldn't say standard cards, but they're cards that have like come out recently. You know what I mean? They're not like super old cards. The only really old card that we have in the deck is Path to Exile. Path to Exile, man, and everything else. I would run Lightning Bolt, but it's banned. But we have even better than a Lightning Bolt in our side. That is our sideboard. Wow. Unbelievable. Look what a crazy sideboard we have, folks. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. So we have a Lightning Bolt in our sideboard, but only against multicolored, only if our opponent controls a multicolored permanent, but it actually does 4 damage rather than 3, which is, insane for 1 mana. So, yeah. With that, I'm going to keep teching this deck and probably make a few changes to it. In the future, maybe add in a few Urbrass Forge there to the sideboard. I don't know what's in the sideboard because I can't see my sideboard right now. That's what happens when you put Eldrazi sleeves on your sideboard. Everything just gets mutilated. Coolest sleeves though, man. Really cool. We're ready to end. We're ready to end this format here pretty soon. This Modern Horizons 3 thingy, and we're going into Bloomberg, so unfortunately you can't play Modern Horizons 3 in Standard, so that's why I had to kind of switch my focus to Historic for a little while. But I've been having a lot of fun playing Historic, honestly. Let's buy some more Horizons packs here. I've been opening up tons of Modern Horizons packs, and then I realized I couldn't play them in Standard, but I really wanted to play the Ajanis, and I really wanted to play the Guided Souls. So we just went ahead and made a damn Historic deck, man. Flare of Fortitude. Cool. Those pretty bad opening there. Not what I was hoping for. But another Thraben Charm. I already have 4. It is what it is. I already got 44% of the set. Yeah, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.
Chihuahua.